Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Miss Rhoda. Today, me, AFIFI and HAIKAL will present to you a topic about prevalence of overweight among Malaysian adults. Overweight is becoming more common worldwide and Malaysia is no exception. In fact, Malaysia has one of the highest overweight rates in Southeast Asia. This issue is important because being overweight increases the chance to several health problems such as heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and certain cancer. Before we look into the statistic, let's first define what overweight means. Generally, the most common measurement used is the body mass index, or people usually call it BMI. According to this classification, a BMI from 25 to 29.9 is classified as overweight, while a BMI from 30 and above is classified as obesity. By understanding this, we can better interpret how health survey identify and categorize the overweight adults.
Thank you, Kamil. Thank you, Kamil, for the introductions about overweight and complications for overweight before. Now, we go to the central idea for our topic. There's three objective focus of study, which is the first one is to identify how common overweight is among Malaysian adults. Number two is to identify the factor of increasing overweight among Malaysian adults. The last one is we want to know how to solve the problem of overweight and obesity.
Now let's move to the next slide. So we choose two types of chart for this topic. The first one is a double line graph, which is to show the rising trend of overweight and obesity among Malaysian adults from 1996 to 2015. Other than that is a bar chart. Bar chart is used to compare the prevalence of overweight and obesity among adults in selected ASEAN countries. So now let me present to you our first chart, a double line graph which is taken from National Health and Mobility Survey 2020. As we can see from the graph, both the prevalence of overweight and obesity demonstrated a clear upward trend from 1996 to 2015. This indicates a growing public health concern over the 2 decades. The prevalence of being overweight, which is the blue line, started at relatively high base of 20.7% in 1996. Then there was a significant jump of 8.4% between 1996 to 2006. The rate then remained relatively stable, increasing from slightly from 29.1% to 29.4% of 2011. And then further to 2015, the rate is becoming 30.3%. For the rate in which is the prevalence of obesity was much lower than overweight, starting from 85.8% in 1996. By 2015, the prevalence of obesity was close to 3 times its 1996 level, affecting nearly 1 in 5 adults.
Now we go to the second graph, which is bar chart graph. This graph was taken from World Health Organization Collaboration Central of Obesity Prevention with Deakin University Australia, was taken in 2014. This graph was used for compare adult prevalence of obesity and overweight among Malaysian adults compared to other ASEAN countries. This, if you can see this graph, Malaysia has a higher prevalence of overweight among Malaysia adults, standing at approximately 45%. That was followed by the Thailand for the second ranking with a percentage of 40% below 5% than Malaysia. Other than that, the developed country like Taiwan and Japan was show a much lower prevalence compared to other country, which is 25%. Lastly, for Indonesia and Vietnam, it's a most lower one other than other country. Based on this graph, we can see that Malaysia and Thailand is higher because a dietary habit in Malaysia and Thailand. As we know, the Malaysia country have a lot variety of food that consume a lot calorie and fat that can impact to increase our overweight and obesity. So for our conclusions, Malaysia faces a critical and escalating public health crisis concerning adult overweight and obesity, positioning with a major alter in the regions. So what we can do to solve this problem? The first one is the government can promote a healthy eating and activity lifestyle to improve or to increase the body fitness the people in Malaysia. Other than that, we can use a media social like Facebook, IG, Instagram, and TikTok to spread awareness about the obesity related to healthy risk. The last one for the individual, we need to do a monthly checkup to monitoring our BMI and waist size. So this is our reference for this presentation. We are used from WHO and some from Perpustakaan UiTM and other medical research. That's all for us. Thank you.